Welcome to the DraftCast, the podcast where we discuss our Premier League fantasy football draft. On this episode, James is back to discuss the eventful semi-finals of the DBF Pokal Cup, and we look ahead to game week 31. How are you doing, James?
Yeah, not bad, thank you, Luke. How are you?
Good, thank you. Not too happy with the result, but we'll get onto that in a minute.
I can imagine.
Yeah, let's have a look at the league table. Let's just do it. Let's get into it.
So there's a bit of movement this week. A couple of people moving around.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it was Jack who went up. Yeah, I just checked. Jackie's gone up a couple of places. He had the best week out of all of us. He's closing that gap a little bit. He's definitely in. I think to be honest, I think any of the top six, maybe even Lawrence, 100 points to go. Well, 100 points is probably a bit of a push, but you never know. But yeah. I think there's six of you that could easily be in the top three there. And Toll is still making small gains on Tom as well. And Will's jumped up another 9 points? Yeah, it's closing the gap again.
Yes, definitely. I am not closing the gap though.
No, you seem to have fallen off a bit of a cliff there. You just seem to be falling down and down. You're below me soon at this rate. Unlucky as well, obviously. I know we'll touch on it in a minute. But unlucky that it's one of your worst game weeks of the season, probably in the semi-finals and the cup as well. It's a shame. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. At least you know it wouldn't have mattered who you'd have drawn.
Yeah,
if that's any consolation.
That's true. Yeah, it's a shame because I did. Considering I got into the final of the last cup, I was hoping to do well in this one as well. But semi-finals, I have to take semi-finals.
Yeah, that's better than I've done both of them. I've been knocked out by. I think I got knocked out by Jack in this one and Tom in the last one. Both in the quarters, so I'd have rather got to the semis and final, even though you didn't win either. It's cup football.
Yeah, just the way it goes.
It's cup football, isn't it?
But I like that Tom was furious that he got knocked out by Rich, but Rich hasn't really done much in the weeks since then. So
priceless though.
It's funny. It's great though. It's perfect cup.
Oh yeah, and the final that's been set up, the bloody Brokeback final, is going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
So pleased it's those two. I just hope Jack wins. That's my prediction of Jack. But I hope Jack wins because Morris, that smug little grin that'll be on his face, will be unbearable.
Yeah, it's a good week as well to have it on the week where all the games are being played at the same time. It's just going to be chaos for the updates.
I think that's just because they haven't actually scheduled the kickoffs yet. They're all 3:00, is it? Is that what it says? Yeah, I think that will change. I think it's just because it's too far in advance. Yeah, 1st of May is because all the rest of them says 3:00 kick. Oh no, it doesn't. You might be right. I'd be intrigued if that happened. That would be class. We'd know.
Yeah, it's just those couple of weeks, isn't it?
And then... Yeah, that's weird. Adam will know. We'll ask Adam later, but yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm hoping Jack can do him.
Is that who you're backing?
Yeah, I think if you looked at the fixtures for that week, I think he's got a couple of good lineups. I mean, Will's got Fernandez at home, so Will should be nailed on really. But you've got City at Palace, Liverpool against United. Depends if Salah's going to turn up or not. But then Spurs are at home against Sheffield. Actually, thinking about it, Will should be nailed on. Kane at home against Sheffield and Fernandez at home. That's his two players. That's all he needs.
Could be a close final then.
Could be a real close one, yeah.
That's
Depends how
like
brutal City go against Palace and whether Sterling actually plays or not. Or Everton. Villa, be a tough game. Or potentially a tough game. Yeah, it should be interesting. I'd like Jack to win, but actually looking at the fixtures, Will's probably got the favourable matchups there. West Ham against Burnley. What else has he got? Yeah, Jack, I mean, it'll be close. It should be close. I'd love it to come down either to 1 or 2 points or penalties. That would be perfect, but I can't see that happening.
We'll have to wait and find out. Game week 34.
Game week 34, yeah. Game week 34, the Brokeback final.
Okay, let's move on and have a look at your team from this week. Not a bad score, actually.
Well, it started quite badly because I think I was on 22 after going into Monday night, but got lucky or unlucky if you're Johnny, with him being out injured now probably for the rest of the season and Walker coming in. And then Hammers getting the goal, Mane getting the assist, and Greenwood also scoring in the 88th minute or whatever it was. So it ended up not being too bad a week. 42 is a pretty good, pretty average score, isn't it? But it's respectable and kept me in touching distance of Bear. and now you, after your pretty poor week. And George, actually. 34 points behind George. That's very catchable. And then I think you've got Jack, as I said earlier, Jack climbing the table a bit. But yeah, I had a pretty good week. Greenwood, Mane both scoring 6, Rodriguez 11. My forwards horribly letting me down again. Vardy not scored again. Willian Jose is absolute trash. He hasn't scored at all yet. And has 1 assist to his name after 10 games as a striker.
You're going to get rid?
So that's not good. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to try. But there's not really many other options in the agency. And then Aguero, who I'm going to keep because I just like Aguero, even though he's not done much either. But they're letting me down big time. I look at my team on paper and I say this to everyone, but I just can't see how it's doing so badly. But it is. Like, at the start of the season, if you said you'd have Walker, Digne, Pereira, Rodriguez, Mane, Greenwood, Vardy, Aguero in the same team, and you'd be struggling. I think you'd be surprised, but they've all been pretty average this year.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? How
and you've got like Cresswell for West Ham, who's having a worldy season. It's just it's those ones, isn't it? The randoms that just seem to pull it out of the bag randomly. Is what it is. Is what it is. I think I've only got one change to make for next week. Really, I need to get rid of Johnny, obviously, because he's injured. I'm trying to go for a forward, and then I've got a couple of backups for Johnny to get rid of him. So hopefully, I'll get at least one of those defenders and maybe the striker. But I don't know who's below me. Adam, I can't see him going for a striker. Got Welbeck, Cavani and Watkins. Depends whether Rich wants to get rid of Mateta or not, which he may well do. In which case,
just assuming it depends if you go for the same one, though, doesn't it? That's all.
Yeah, who's free actually?
But there can't be many options. That's the problem, isn't it, with the waivers?
No, it is very, very slim pickings. You've got McGoldrick, Declan David-Reed, Abraham's there, Callum Robinson, Mitrovic, Golinton. Slim pickings.
Yeah.
Probably looking for next week. I think I'm probably looking at Mane really against Villa. You've got to hope that they want to turn it around after that 3-1 loss yesterday to Madrid. Or maybe Vardy at West Ham, Aguero at home against Leeds if he actually plays. They could put 7 or 8 past Leeds potentially, so got to hope if he plays he's in on the goals. But yeah, it's one of those weeks where it could go either way. Some weird matchups, very weird matchups.
Yeah, let's talk about the matchups actually. Let's talk about the fixtures. Is there any, if you were looking at the fixtures games, you think, I might watch that one, what's picking your eye?
Oh, well, if I was going to watch one, definitely City Leeds, because Leeds will just attack them and City could just destroy them. That could be an absolute goal fest. So if I was choosing, if I had to choose one game, probably that one, but Spurs United could be a good game. Liverpool Villa, that could be a good game. Be interested to see what Chelsea do as well against Palace after getting thrashed 5-2 at home against West Brom. But points-wise, Fulham might do all right. You can get a couple of Fulham defenders in. They're keeping quite a few. Well, they're hard to score against. Wolves are very bad at scoring at the moment. So,
yeah, that's not a bad shout.
An interesting one for points. And I don't think many people have Fulham players. I know Will's got a couple, or one. I think he's just got Lookman now. But they might be a couple of players potentially bring in as their defenders if you've got people knocking around that you can get rid of. Yeah, I think City, that should, on paper, I think that would be the best game, or United Spurs. But you can just see Spurs setting up quite defensively and that being quite a boring game that on paper should be quite a good game. So I'd probably say City Leeds. Who would you choose if you're watching any of them?
I think, you've picked out a few of the good ones there. Of course, I'm going to watch the Saints game.
Obviously, massive fan. Who are you playing? West Brom.
Great comeback this week.
Yeah, 3-2. It'd be interesting against West Brom next, actually, given they've just scored 5 against Chelsea. I can't see them doing that again, but if they're going to have any confidence going to any game, it's surely going to be the one against Southampton next. Because you do concede a lot of goals still. So I can see them both scoring.
Yeah, definitely is going to be goals either side, I think.
You never know. Could be a goal fest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm debating with Walcott. I don't know whether to play him again. He was on my bench this week, and at the moment he's on my bench for next week. But I might drop him. In fact, I'm going to change him now. I'm going to drop Willian Jose out, put Walcott in.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
I'm not sure if the West Ham Leicester game could be an interesting one. West Ham have been pulling out some decent results this year.
Yeah, but then in the last couple, they've been conceding quite a few. So hopefully Vardy's going to get back on track against West Ham. Score a hat-trick.
I'm hoping the same for Maddison.
Yeah, he should be back. He played
a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he got 20 minutes, didn't he? Yeah, I think he should be starting from now on. he's got to be. They need to make sure if because they just dropped out of the Champions League spot, I think, haven't they, to West Ham? So they'll want to beat them to get back up there. Yeah, it could be a good game actually. Thinking about it, there's quite a few good. I'm not sure. Some of these are quite difficult to predict, aren't they? But they look like quite good games on paper. All of them could go either way. Except City. Burnley, Newcastle looks like a dull affair. Sheffield, Arsenal also probably pretty boring. But yeah, some interesting games.
Right. Well, what we would normally do now is move on to your segment, but things are a bit different this week, aren't they?
Yes. We're waiting for some other guests to join us. There's another 4 of us joining to interview the 2 new members of the league. Not interview, just have a chat with them, really. See what they know about football. See if they got their team name sorted. Yeah. All
right, interesting. I'm looking forward to this.
And then there's a couple other announcements after that me and Vice President have got to make around next season.
I like it. I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully there'll be good additions.
Yes, I'm sure there will be. Let's get them in. Hello, everybody. Say hello, Adam.
Greetings.
William.
Evening.
And then our new managers for next season, we've got Max.
Everyone.
And we've got Ben.
Hello.
So, Jim, tell me, why have we got everybody together?
Well, we thought we'd, 2 things. One, I thought I'm not very good at the stat side of it, and they've been statted to death. And then there's been a couple of really good segments recently that I can't compete with in terms of Tolly's humour around comparing everyone to managers, and Adam comparing the league to a head-to-head league. So I thought we'd take the opportunity to fill the gap by introducing the 2 new members to the league, which is Max and Ben. So we thought we'd just have 10 minutes just asking them a couple of questions really around football knowledge, which Max knows a lot about, team names and that sort of stuff. So it's more just a bit of an introduction to the league and then get their thoughts on the WhatsApp group, etc. Because it's probably a bit of a baptism of the fire when they don't have a team. So that's a high-level summary. And I thought Adam and Will could join as well, because until about 20 minutes ago we were a council and I've just been evicted. So there's now a council of those 2.
Okay, we'll leave your bickering outside of the DraftCast, okay, Jim? But who do you want to start with? Who should we start with?
I don't mind. Well, my first question, I guess, that I guess we all want to know, given we've all got avatars, is thoughts on team name. Max, I guess. Have you had a thought about your team name, given you've seen some of the rest of them, which are most of them are play on football puns, but I'm intrigued to see what you'd go for.
Well, Jim, you'll be glad to know Google came in useful for that one. So I thought it'd be worth throwing out to a bit of a vote. So I'll throw 2 out there, and then you guys can decide what you'd want it to be. So,
what have you
based on the perceived skill level, we can start with Barcelona.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or the other alternative is Neymar, Mr. Nice Guy.
Ooh.
That sounds like a nice Google job there, Max.
That does sound like a very good Google job. What did you put in fantasy football team names?
Basically.
Have you got a preference? Who would you go for?
Neymar, Mr. Nice Guy is pretty sweet. I like that one.
I think it's probably a better one than picking Barcelona. I think Barcelona could open you up for some ribbing when you get involved in trades next season. Yeah.
Especially from the likes of my brother.
Yeah, so I think the Neymar one sounds like a decent one, I think. I'd be happy to go with that if I was you. What about you, Ads? What do you think?
I think definitely the Neymar. I much prefer having a team name, as we know, with an actual footballer in it.
That'll give Rich some good inspiration for drawing up your avatar as well, I think.
Max with the Neymar haircut.
Yeah,
crying on the floor.
maybe dangly earring as well.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben? What have you Googled names as well? Are you the same as? Have you got the same 2 names as Luke? Max,
No, I went for perceived skill level as well, but in homage to my favourite Man United player, I've gone for PE teacher FC. Because
I see that.
Yeah, I
like
feel.
that.
I also think some weeks if I get a lot of points, it'll be through luck rather than judgment, which is Ollie. But also, I can call my home ground the sports hall, and I can use banter like no one comes to my AstroTurf and beats me on my own patch. You know,
Oh God,
I like it.
that's
I
good.
like that.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that. That's,
So
that's
I
got strong votes.
put a lot of thought into that one.
No, that's good. I think Rich will can go to town on that as well with the avatar, which is
Oh,
the main
yeah.
purpose. I think you've got to find a name that Rich can just mock us for, because he's got some serious skills with the felt tip pen. So
I guess I've got a quick question. How have you guys found having an unparalleled amount of notifications drop on your phone throughout the day? Or have you already hit the mute button on the chat?
It's not muted. But the first week I was in the chat, I did wonder if you were all unemployed secretly. 'Cause, yeah, you're just talking non-stop all throughout the day.
I'll let you into a little secret. This is actually our main job. We just have to have our second jobs, which take about 35 to 37 and a half hours a week, just to make it look like we actually do something. This is our sort of main passion, if you like, throughout the day. So from 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock,
the chat's on.
the chat
This
is
is my
live.
7-day-a-week job.
Yeah, Adam definitely is unemployed. He just does this with all his stats as well.
The money we get from advertisement on YouTube pays for us all.
Yeah,
Our 17 subscribers.
Yeah.
that's the dream. That's the dream.
But yeah, loving the match commentary though. Loving that.
I appreciate that, Max. Thank you very much.
I like the fact that George stepped up the other day as well. And Luke did. Just like Adam hasn't said anything, so people have just jumped in and started doing it.
You'll never miss a goal. That's for sure.
No, that's true. What about you? What about you, Ben? It's probably quite daunting. It's probably quite difficult when you don't have a team, which we appreciate because you don't really have the same involvement in points and things. But
Yeah, it's nice to observe, but I did have to put it on mute because I have to keep my phone in my room at work, and I thought the cupboard was just going to start vibrating off the wall. So, yeah, but yeah, I kind of had an inkling into Ad's commentary because before the group, if we would chat about football, he would send me videos of goals and things like that. So I knew that was coming. That's a very useful service you provide there, Ad.
It's like Sun goals, isn't it? It's like you see it advertised on TV, Sun goals or Sky Sports goals, whatever it is on the app.
Waltz goals.
Waltz goals is 10 times quicker. Literally, sometimes my TV's on if I watch on Amazon Prime, I've got a 30-second delay. The ball stood out for a throw, and the next day Adam said 1-0 and sent me the goal. And I was like, Dave, how is this possible? I'm literally streaming it through the telly.
And Ads is 2 minutes ahead. It's mad. I don't know how he does it, to be fair. And it's Fat Lindsay puts up with it all day, every day at the weekend. Just Adam sat glued to the telly.
She loves it, mate.
In terms of, I guess, your guys' expectations for where you'd like to finish next year, have you got your eyes on the title, mid-table, or I guess surviving off bottom? Have you guys got any sort of targets in place at all, or any thoughts?
I think I've resigned myself to the fact that any performance at all is going to be through luck rather than skill. So my optimistic outlook on that is that I've got just as much chance of winning the title as coming bottom.
Max, don't worry, mate. I'll help you out. So first, what generally happens is when we have someone new in the league, I send them a trade which sort of benefits them because I'm quite generous like that. So I'll send you one at the start of the season, and then that will help you. So no problem. Just hit the accept button when I send it.
I've already been warned about that one.
Yeah, the advice on the rest of it is do not trade with Will early on, especially if you're newer to the league or don't have as much football knowledge as he does. Usually sound advice.
Each their own. Well, Ben, you got your eyes. Go on then. Sorry, quickly. Just go on. Ben, you got your eyes on top spot or anything?
Just to not be embarrassing, really. If I can come a competitive last, that would be all right. But I don't want to get to October and be thinking, why do we let this guy in?
You have a few competing for that trophy, don't we, mate? So
Phew.
I feel sorry for Rich though. He's only competing for that trophy this year because of you, Morris.
no, I don't think so. I think he's did well, got the semi-final of the cup, not top of the league at. So yeah, is what it is.
I've taken one for the team and kept Rich interested in the league by trying to join him at the bottom.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's the sort of guy you are, Ad.
True man of the league, I am.
Go on, Ads. What was your question?
This might be a difficult one for Max to answer. I don't know. He may shock me. But your number one draft pick next season, who would it be?
Go on then, Ben.
I'm just smashing Google at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a loaded question. I feel like you're sizing me up. Does he know anything? So I feel like if I pick a really rubbish pick, you'll go, oh, he doesn't know what he's on about. Like a poker face type thing. Do you know what I mean? And then
Keep those cards close to your chest.
Yeah, I think depending on what you say, depends how much Will's going to be sniffing around you.
Yeah, this is it. Because I don't know. I feel you're luring us into a bit of a trap there.
I'll tell you mine. I think I'd go for, if I was choosing first, Kevin, De Bruyne, Fernandes or Salah would be my first picks. Just because they're so consistent.
So you could choose one player, but you chose three there, Jim.
I did, yeah. I don't know who I'd actually choose. If it came down to it right now, I'd probably pick... I just can't see Fernandes carrying on like he is. Probably KDB.
And then you'd trade him in about...
Yeah, probably for Pereira.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'd probably choose KDB if I was picking now. Just because City look unstoppable, and he's one of the ones that plays almost every week. And if they can get a new striker in, who's better than Jesus and Aguero, it's going to be assist galore. Is my thought process.
Interesting. Adam, have you got one? So I'm actually having to think.
I'm going to throw one out there and suggest Phil Foden.
So this is why Adam's near the bottom of the league.
Brutal.
Why? Your first pick out of everyone would be Foden.
No, if I'm picking somebody else different to you, I can't just pick De Bruyne as well, can I?
Okay, yeah, but you're going first. Assume you've gone first.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. It's obviously De Bruyne, isn't it?
And then Foden.
I would then, yeah.
Luke, who'd you go for?
I'd probably be loyal and go with Ward-Prowse.
Now that's the answer you're after, lads.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
first.
he's, what would be
First
my
pick
other
out of everybody.
options? Salah, with people like that. I don't think Salah's been that great this year, and neither's people like Vardy. I mean, you could say the obvious like Kane or someone, but yeah, you got to build your team around some certain players, haven't you? So who you look at.
That's right. I fully expect them because I 100% think if you're 12th pick next year, JWP will be available.
Yeah,
I expect you to draft him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's guaranteed for me that way.
Max, got any ideas, mate?
Yeah. So obviously yet to get my head into this yet without a team, but Google's reliably telling me that Jamie Vardy scored 23 so far this year. So let's go with Vardy.
I mean, that was my first pick, I think.
Scored 1 in 16.
He's very good. He's an absolute shithouse, Matt. I love him. He's so good. He scores like 10 games in a row and then doesn't score for 20, but it's worth it for those 10 games in a row. You've got to just trade him out at the right time.
I'll let you have him for that 20. Yeah, cool.
I'd probably take him as well. My best player.
Will?
Oh, no, I'll keep it secret, lads. No,
You can't do that.
no, I think I looked, to be honest, whoever finished as top point scorer this year, I'd probably take. So at the moment, there's only two players that are above 200 points, and that's Fernandes and Kane, who I've got already, so one and two probably. I think I'll probably go Fernandes, actually. Bruno.
Who would you pick then if you had to choose on?
Yeah, probably Bruno.
Just gets penalties all the time, doesn't he?
You're a United fan, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I think the thing with Bruno as well is he's the way he's performed is in an half decent team.
Mm.
And I think if we don't buy in the summer, he'll carry on. I think being as good as he is, but if we improve, I can see him getting better. So
He is very good.
he's a bit of a joke.
Oh yeah, absolute
Penalty
point magnet.
merchant.
Yeah. So we'll go for KDB or Fernandez then.
Cool. I think that's
Except for Luke, who's going for James Ward-Prowse, which I fully expect it. If that doesn't happen, Luke, I'm going to be devastated.
you have to respect the loyalty.
Oh, you do. Like Tolly picking Trent because Trent was good last year, so he's picked him as his first pick. Absolutely spaffed it.
Yeah, no, it's not a guarantee, guys.
He's awful.
True. And then I guess I've got one more question, just because it's fantasy football stuff. Max, I think I probably know the answer to this one, but I don't. Ben, have you done fantasy football before? Do you know how it all works, or is it you going to have like a how-to guide on how to do the transfers and transactions, etc.?
Yeah, I've got a week off in May where I'll probably decorate my front room and then have a look through it all. I did it once years ago with my mates, but I think we all lost interest at about November. So
Was that a normal fantasy one or a draft one?
I think that was a normal one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the problem.
It was-
They're just nowhere near as much as interesting. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit. I love my mates, but they're not the most organised bunch. So every week it was just the same teams over and over.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
problem with normal fantasy. Everyone does end up with the same team to a degree.
Yeah.
You're all going to have like Salah. So
Boring.
yeah, exactly. That's why you don't get people picking JWP first.
Is that it now? I'm going to get that for the rest of the season until we actually do
yeah.
the draft and I don't pick him first.
You have to do it.
You've got to now. You've said it. It's recorded in history.
That's true, yeah.
As you edit it out, takes it out.
I have the power, yes. I could just dub it over with a different name.
And finally, are you both looking forward to it, or have we scared you off with how intense it all is?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Just get a team and go to the top of the league and then start having a laugh from there.
Ooh.
Name more Mr. Nice Guy.
When I send the trade to Max, he can absolutely screw me over, isn't he?
Oh yeah, going to play hardball.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hang on, carry on, Ben.
Yeah, no, I was going to say I'm looking forward to it, but mainly because I just want to make PE teacher based puns. That's if I can get creative with them, I think that's what I'm going to bring to the league.
We don't have any of those at the moment, to be fair. So
Yeah,
there's
it's a gap.
definitely an opening for PE teacher pun.
This is it. Exploit the space like Thomas Miller.
I think he knows more about football than he's letting on here, Ab.
Ben knows about football. Don't let him tell you that he doesn't.
Jim's been seduced.
That's it.
Jim's come in last.
Well done, Ben. You seduced him.
Did I come last year? I did, didn't I?
Probably.
You're going to come last this year, aren't you?
Nah, there's no way you're Richard catching me.
Oh, famous last words.
My team's too good. It's just too good. I just don't understand how I'm 8th. That's what's mind-boggling. Anyway, I've complained about that already to you, Luke, so I'll stop now.
Is that, have you finished your questions for the new managers?
Yeah, I guess, unless there's any questions for us, the council, from those two.
Not at the moment. I don't think.
There we go.
From me.
Right, we'll get your team names over to Rich. We can start mocking up some avatars for us.
Yeah. Okay. Who needs to stay?
Ads.
So yeah, Ben, Max, and Will, you are free to go. But thanks for coming on.
See you later.
Cool. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks very much.
So that was our new managers coming in for the 2021-2022 season. Adam, you've stayed on. I believe you two have got another announcement to make.
Yeah, we've got two. So Ads has got some lovely pictures of what we're going to talk through, but we've got two more trophies to add into the mix for one for this season and for the seasons ongoing, and then one from the start of next season. So we'll do this one. We'll do the one for this season first. And Ads has got it does look good. So Ad suggested it, and it was a really good idea. So we thought we'd incorporate it into the league, and we're going to do a Manager of the Season award.
Okay. How does that work?
So I'm going to pick who I think. No, I'm not. We're going to do a doodle poll, anonymous doodle poll. So I'll send it round in a couple of weeks for everyone to vote. There's a couple of rules, and we'll say them here, and we won't repeat them. But if you vote for yourself, you remove yourself from the vote. Your vote doesn't count, and your team is removed. So if, for example, Tom had 9 votes and he voted for himself, all his votes disappear, and all the votes for him disappear. So there is no voting for yourself, and it's made up on a basis of like general league performance based on expectation, cup performance, general contribution to the group, etc. So like all-encompassing Manager of the Season award. Yeah.
So do we not need to wait? Are you not waiting until the end of the season? So we've got, the final positions?
Yeah, we can send it out before, and I don't think we need to have it done before the end of the season, because I'm saying this, hopefully we'll have enough time to get it all done before the AGM, because I think the AGM's July, isn't it? First weekend of July. Does that sound like it's doable?
We should have about 5 weeks in between the last game of the season and the AGM. So if we sent it out the day after the last game of the season, then people have got at least 3 or 4 weeks to
respond,
cast their vote, and then I can get this thing ordered and present it to the Manager of the Year at the AGM.
Exciting.
Yeah, it does look. He's found a good trophy. To be fair, it does look good.
We'll put it up on screen.
Yeah, excellent. We'll need. So the plan would be as well, if everyone can send either me or Adam like why they've nominated that person. I'll be able to see who everyone's nominated. Adam probably won't be able to on the doodle poll.
Okay.
But if we just say these are the reasons why I've chosen X, or you'd have to say the name, but these are the reasons, and we can announce that at the awards ceremony.
So is the aim of this to lessen the actual league winners trophy? Whoever wins this will be like, I've got the better one.
No, because technically the league winner could win it as well.
That's true. That is true.
Although I won't personally be voting for Tom. So,
any other rules for that one?
I don't think so. Ads, have I missed anything?
No, just make sure that you give a fairly honest vote as to who you think has produced and contributed the most to the league this season, not only via position, but also just contribution in the chat, external contribution as well. And you could rate people on their podcasts as well.
Crap.
So take literally everything into account. But again, if you vote for yourself, that's not going to happen. So we will remove your votes from the poll.
Okay, exciting. I like this one.
Hopefully that's clear.
Yeah.
And we don't get anybody voting for themselves. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Tolly. So I'll just put it out there now. Tolly,
because
please
you said
don't do it. Oh yeah, but no one else will vote for him probably, so it'll be fine. Yeah, and then our other one is from the start of next season. Ads, I'll let you, as you've got the picture, you can tell everyone what it is.
Yeah, so we've banded this about a couple of times on the group chat. So we thought we'd create a community shield to play on game week 1 of next season.
Right.
And that community shield will be the league winner, who will play against the DBF Pokal winner in a one-off game week fixture. It is going to be named the Captain Sir Tom Moore Shield, and we will be trying to do it for charity. So hopefully, whoever wins the league and whoever wins the DBF Pokal makes a small contribution to the charity fund that we've got going forward, then that would be great. And we have a little shield as well for the winner.
Very nice.
We decided to do it in game week 1 just because it will add a little bit of fun straight from the off. And obviously, with the El Presidente starting pretty much shortly after, we will be continuing with the other 2 cup trophies in the same formats as they were this year, going on forward into next year as well.
Yeah. So my
I
question.
think the only. Oh, sorry, go on.
My question is, what happens if the winner of the DBF Pokal Cup also happens to be the person that wins the league?
Oh, he's taken the question right out of my mouth. So if the winner of the league also wins the Pokal, it'll be the winner of the league versus the winner of the El Presidente.
Okay.
If somehow that ends up being Lawrence, it'll be first versus second.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
But I can't see that happening. Sorry, Lawrence. But yeah, I'd be surprised if someone did the treble.
But for the future of seasons, you've worked it out as well. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks good. Ads has found a good trophy, to be fair. It does look nice. Obviously, you can all see it when it's on the screen, but it does look good.
Okay.
And that's our announcements. AGM wise, obviously that's in July, and we're looking at options for food, etc., and things for the AGM. So we'll share more details nearer the time as to what we want people to do.
Yeah.
But it won't be too planned. It's just more. I think we just need to coordinate food so it will turn up with cake.
Yeah. Another exciting event to look forward to. Trusting that everything goes to plan with the pandemic.
The vaccine rollout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, hopefully it will do. I mean, we're on a pretty good path at the moment, aren't we? Just gotta hope it doesn't go backwards by then. Yeah, that's all we had to add.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be good additions.
I think
we're probably cupped out now though until we have like 6 leagues and we can do a Champions League. But I don't think we have the resource to manage that many leagues, I'm afraid. So we're stuck with what we've got now.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how it goes. I quite like the idea of game week 1. It just gives
absolutely
very
chaos,
little time to sort of arrange your team for anything.
Yeah, and do you put like if you pull Pukki, do you draft him in? Do you put him in? Do you expect like the new teams to bounce like they normally do? Yeah, it should have an interesting dynamic. And then also, it's that first game of the season, like you don't actually know who's going to play, so you can end up having half your team not play.
Yeah,
because. So yeah.
Great addition. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, Jim and Adam, for joining with the new guys, and Will.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much.
No problem. We're looking forward to next time. Definitely looking forward to the final, game week 34 for the DBF Pokal Cup. Thank you for listening, everybody. Remember to subscribe and like the video. And as always, this is the DraftCast. And remember, draft is life. See you next time. Adam, why are you still here?